Hi, I'm Aaron Amber with Tool Gear. We just flipped the calendar from September to October, and when I get into October, I start thinking about mid and late season. And you can get some of those days in October that feel like mid-September, and you can actually get later in October and you're like, this is November. So what I want to go through today is what I'm going to take to the field in the Western Mountains when I think about mid-late season. So I'm going to start with what's next to skin. So my base setup for, I would say, starting in October is starting with our Klim pant. So a Klim pant, I would say, is a very great mid-season. I used it a lot in early season, just got off the Elk Mountains here a couple weeks ago, and it's just a great all-around pant. So it will provide that thermal protection, and it will also allow you to vent. So when I think about an all-around pant, this is my pant that I'm gonna go to for October, even into November. The top I'm going to use is our Merino 250 top. So this is a great merino top. It has a great hood. So you think about hood, you can take the sun off you, or you can actually get a little warmer. So this is going to move great with you from a stretch, comfort perspective, antimicrobial to make sure those long days that turn into weeks in the field, you actually become, like the woods, you're not stinking. So that's my base outfit. I'm also going to take our 150 zip-off base layer. So when you think about, September, you're probably getting into the 40s, sometime the 50s in the morning. You're not dealing with needing an extra layer, but I'm definitely, when you start thinking about October, you're getting some 30s, even some 20s in the morning. And if you get to that later season, you absolutely know that you're going to want to put these under your Klim pant. What's great about the Merino 150 zip-offs is they are what they say. They'll actually be high to your boot, so you're not conflicting with your boot when you're putting them on, and you can zip them off at any point in time. Think about that early morning, want that extra protection, and you think about midday where you get that warm sun, the sun when you're at high elevations, you want to take them off. Drop your trousers, pull them off, and you're good to go. So that is, I would say, the base chassis that I want to talk about. Now, think about it's getting a little colder. So when it gets a little colder, I'm going to start adding our soft shell vest. So this is the Aptitude soft shell vest. Why I like this is that you think about high activity, you think about heat starting to be generated in your body, you can keep your core warm and allow your basically arms to dissipate heat. And you can use the zipper control. What I love about the Aptitude soft shell vest is you get 100% wind protection and you get high rain resistance. Not that you're worried about a lot of rain at this point, but it's a really nice +1. And you can go deep. I mean, I've been in the mountains in 30 degrees in the morning with my Klim pant, my 250 hoodie, and this Aptitude soft shell vest, and man, you can go deep. Now, when you think about going deep, you're also getting into these stationary positions where you're hustling to get to where the game's at, but then you're gonna really settle down and say, I need to glass here. I need to wait for the game to get to me. So in that situation, my next +1, so I'm really getting into the mid layers, is the Clement Puffy Jacket. So even though this is light by weight, you have a high propensity of thermal value. And what I love about the Clement Puffy Jacket, it's super light and it has great thermal value. Plus, back to this hood design, the hood design will come up, allow you to hunt. So when you think about settling down after you've been humping it, it really allows you to put that next layer on to really stay warm and comfortable while the game's moving your way. So you think about the base setup, and you think about the Aptitude soft shell vest and the puffy jacket. Now I'm going to go to the left part of the desk here, which really gets into, I will tell you, more protective layers. So when you think about mid-October transitioning into that later season, which November you start seeing that late October, I'm going to want to step it up. And when I talk about stepping it up, I'm going to get into our soft shell. So this is our Aptitude soft shell jacket. So just like the vest, you get the arms with it, so you're talking about 100% wind protection. So one of the things that zaps your thermal regulation more than anything is you think about, you get those early cold fronts in late October and she's starting to get cold. So what the Aptitude jacket allows you to do is block all that wind, which keeps thermal value in, and this also has high moisture resistance. So you think about sleet, some snow, some on and off rain. This jacket is going to be a great piece to put over top of your 250 hoodie. You might even have the vest underneath it as well, and this is really going to allow you to keep warm when it really gets cold. And we do have a corresponding pant as well on the soft shell side, and this is our Aptitude pant. So again, you get the key features of 100% wind resistance, you get high levels of moisture resistance. It actually has reinforced knees as well, which is great when you're on your knees trying to make a shot, you're going over a deadfall. It gives you a high abrasion resistance. We also have extra material in the back, so when you're on your butt, you're doing a lot of glass and extra protection there. And what I also love about this soft shell pant is it has high leg zips. So when you think about, you know, I want to be in it, I'm going to be in a stationary position for quite a while. It also allows you, if you have the climb pant underneath perhaps, you can unzip it and get out of it. So I really think about the core piece, if you will, when you get to mid and late season is definitely the Aptitude jacket and the Aptitude soft shell pants. So just really good hard work and good flexibility in it, and you can go anywhere you want in the mountains with it. Now let's get into the most extreme conditions you can start seeing in late October and for sure November. And when I think about those things that will get in the way of you getting back to your family or you staying on the mountain, I'm telling you there's two factors you got to keep in mind. Number one is keeping dry. And keeping dry means keeping the rain, sleet, and snow from impermeating what you have underneath. So what I love is the Ballistic rain jacket. So when you think about the Ballistic rain jacket, the most important thing that you really get out of this, you get two things. Number one, it's going to be waterproof. So waterproof means, again, no rain, no sleet, no snow. And keeping dry is the number one thing that you have to do in the mountains. The other thing, it's 100% windproof. So you think about those early fronts in October, which brings the worst that Mother Nature has, especially in your high country. You don't know what you're going to get into. This could save your life. So when you think about keeping dry and keeping the wind from driving through and zapping the heat out of your body, this is an absolute piece. The other thing that I love about this is not only does it deliver those features, but it also has great stretch to it. It moves with body. So I'm not talking about putting on this jacket and not being able to pursue game. I'm talking about keeping dry, keeping warm, and being able to hunt. So that's a great feature to have. We also have the corresponding pant. And this is the Ballistic Storm pant. So a couple things I love about this. Again, great stretch, great mobility, and it's as soft and quiet as you can have for rain gear. What I love about it, it has full-length zippers up to the hip. And what I love about that, say you have to get on the move, you're done being hunkered down, you might be capturing more heat in your body than you want so you don't start perspirating out, you can actually zip these up and get them off. So it's so important to make sure that within this bag, I'm telling you, this will fit in a bag, you can have a solution to take you from mid-September, which you're starting to experience in October at times. You're like, man, this feels like the kickoff of football season, although you're mid-October, and yet you can be in late October and be like, this feels like it's Thanksgiving, and we got cold and snow and really tough conditions. So what I like about this ensemble that I talked to today, from your really base solutions to your layering pieces to your protective shells, is it's really a simple solution of adding and subtracting as the conditions change from Mother Nature, hustling up high activity to really stationary positions that you need for glassing or waiting for the game to move to you. So I'm telling you, it may look complicated today, but from my seat and how I really break this assortment down, this is what you need to get you from mid-season to late season. And I guarantee if you take this, you'll be warm, dry, you'll stay on the mountain, you'll get back to your family. And with God's grace, you'll have some great success in the field.